Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. So excited for today's episode for a number of reasons. Number one, I always want to educate and inform as much as I can to have the best user experience on LinkedIn. And number two, we are officially 14 days away from the beginning of the next 4-day free Network Marketing Academy Bootcamp that is going over everything from qualifying leads, overcoming objections, the process and the structure to your sales call, and closing more sales. Now, to register, it's free. The description in this episode has the registration link as well as the email that was sent out this morning about this podcast episode. So please do register, but also don't forget, when you are prompted to join the Network Marketing Academy Facebook group, you must do that because that is where the trainings will take place. They are from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern, April 26th through the 29th. That's Monday through Thursday. They will be live and recorded. The recordings will be available till the following Tuesday, which is the first Tuesday in May. But there will also be prizes given out each and every night for those that do show up and do the homework assignments. So hope to see you all there. So again, I always love educating and informing people of what they can do to have a better user experience on LinkedIn. So what I want to go over today are the 5 ways of how people are getting blocked and restricted, sometimes temporarily, but sometimes permanently on LinkedIn, and what you can do to protect yourself. So number one, LinkedIn is blocking and restricting people that have or had at some given time or point software installed on their account. Now, if you look at the user agreement on LinkedIn, the do's and do nots, one of the agreements that we all make when we open up our accounts on LinkedIn is not to have any third-party software used to connect, to message, or scrape information from the platform. If you are doing that, you are violating the terms and conditions of LinkedIn, hence run the risk of getting permanently blocked on the platform. Now, automation and AI on LinkedIn is completely unacceptable. I don't promote it, I don't support it, and it should not be done. So make sure that if you have software installed right now, you get rid of it because you are running the risk of getting blocked. But also be very mindful that if you've ever had software like DuckSoup or any of those things that quote unquote claim that you're allowed to, you're not. If you look at the user agreement, these companies are illegally telling you that they can actually post for you, or they can connect for you or message for you, which you cannot do. So make sure you do not have software ever installed or attached to your profile. Number two, for those that have a VA, if you're going to use a VA or an assistant, make sure they are in the same location as you. So make sure they're in the same city, the same state, because what LinkedIn is doing now is they are looking at the login IP address, meaning the IP address is the location of where someone logs into an account. When you log on to Facebook, you log on to Instagram, you log on to LinkedIn. When you log on, it's going to give you some sort of IP address that you need to be recognized as that user. So on my profile, it says the greater Philadelphia area. That's my IP address. So when I'm logging in, it's going to recognize my location as the greater Philadelphia area. But if I hire a VA from Indonesia or Malaysia or South America or Canada or Europe, and they're logging in for me, there's going to be a disconnect between my IP address that I have listed on my profile compared to that of the person that's logging in for me. Hence, you run the risk of getting your account permanently blocked. They don't even give you a temporary block. They just delete the account. This actually happened to Nancy and I. We created another account because we were going to have a VA do some work for us. Within 2 hours, the account was blocked and deleted. So if you're going to hire a VA, make sure they're in your city, in your state, close to the IP address that you are logging into. Number 3, if you send too many connection requests daily, weekly, or monthly, you run the risk of getting temporarily or then permanently blocked. So the magic number is 100 connections a week, 400 connections a month, or 10 to 14 connections a day. Now, my strategy changed. I used to send 50 connections a day, and then I used to send 25 a day. Now I'm sending 10 to 14 targeted connections a day because LinkedIn has put a cap on 100 connections a week or 400 per month, which breaks down to 10 to 14 per day. Now, if you go over that, LinkedIn will restrict you from sending connections for a day, then a week, then 30 days, and then permanently. So the safest thing to do is to make sure that you do not send too many connections. You stay with 10 to 14 a day, 100 a week, or 400 per month. Number 4, you're sending 2 messages at one time that are simple copy and paste. So this happened to me too. So I released a book last year or 2 years ago. No, it was 2020. And when I put it in my experience section, there were a lot of people that were congratulating me. Congrats on the book release. And what I was doing was I was saying, thank you so much. It would mean a lot to me if you could check the book out. Here's the link. So I was getting all of these congratulation messages, and I was basically just copying and pasting that thank you message with the link of where they could get the book if they wanted to get it. And I sent too many in a row, and I believe it was about 20. It was 20 copy and paste, and LinkedIn temporarily blocked my account from sending messages until the next day. So I learned my lesson. So if you're going to be sending messages repetitively at one time, do it just one time per day, but send between 5 and 10 messages max. That's the magic number where it's going to keep you under the radar. It's not going to violate anything. It's not going to be spammy. And I don't really like copy and pasting. You should change the message slightly depending upon who the person you're messaging to. But if you're doing an organic copy and paste, you're not having software, make sure you're between 5 to 10 messages sent per day so you don't get your account restricted. And finally, number 5, this is somewhat new, but they've been more strict with this. LinkedIn is permanently or temporarily disabling accounts that post content that is polarizing, controversial, or political. LinkedIn is writing articles about how many accounts they've removed, how many accounts they've deleted because of, really, really harsh political commentary or controversial type things or polarizing. They want to keep this a business platform where people are networking and connecting and collaborating and creating and educating and informing about business, not bringing personal beliefs onto the platform. And they took a stance on that. So be mindful. It's okay to share your opinions. I'm not saying to mute that at all, but do it on the right platform. If Twitter's a better platform for that, or Facebook or Instagram or whatever you're using, LinkedIn does not like content that is polarizing, controversial, or political. And if that's going to be your stance, you're going to choose to do that. I'm just letting you know it's not that you shouldn't share that, because I believe everyone has a right to their own opinion. But with LinkedIn's terms and agreement policy and the user agreement, they have the right to do whatever they want to our accounts. And if they find that it's polarizing, it's controversial, or too political, they can remove your account. So just remember, make sure that you don't have any software on or anywhere attached to your profile. You don't have a VA logging in from a separate IP address outside of yours. You are not sending too many connections daily, weekly, or monthly. 10 to 14 a day, 100 a week, 400 a month. sending too many messages at one time that are copy and paste. Keep it between 5 and 10 if you're going to do that. And never, ever post content that is polarizing, controversial, or political. So everyone, again, the link to register for the free 4-day Network Marketing Academy Bootcamp on how to qualify leads, overcome objections, the structure of your sales call, and closing more sales starts April 26th to the 29th. That registration link is in the description of this podcast episode, but also in the email that you got this morning about this podcast episode. But don't forget to also join the private Facebook community, Network Marketing Academy, where the trainings will take place. Again, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.